What you can see there is a curtain of the door. This one is a door curtain, and then there is our door. Actually, I don't like opening my door these days. Not even these days. Like, just feel like staying in the house because these days the weather is really boring. So I have to just stay in the house. Then when you're entering, there is that cuddle mat. Don't mind about this. My son is actually here playing. There's that cuddle mat. See that cuddle mat there? That is what you can see when you are entering there. And then up here, there is a mirror. Don't know that you can see. Yes, the mirror is there. Those stains are not removing. I don't know why. So from here, you can see the carpet. That actually is a plastic carpet, and my son is actually playing. You can see him lying down with his toys there playing. So the carpet in this house we don't have a table where we put the food and we eat. We don't have it. Got broken or frozen, but it has actually served us for like good years now, since 2022. Is it 2022, 2021? Since 2021 something. So up to present, then that's when it got broken. So from here what you can see is a set. That is where we normally sit. I love the way that seat is actually is. Maybe I can bring it closer to it. It's actually a lasting sponge. Yeah. And a boo. So that is a view of that seat. There's a sofa bed you can see with its pillows on it. Yeah. Then here you can see the seat for my baby. The seat for my baby. Yeah, where my baby sits. Then we have another seat there, a 3-seater. Yeah, that's 3-seater has actually served that ever since in 2022. We bought it in 2022. Yes, something. And then that Masai Shuka. And then that Masai Shuka, since the weather is really cold these days, so when I sit, I normally cover myself with that Masai Shuka, and at least it's somehow warmy. And yeah, you can see by that. So this one sits here. This one sits here. I put it there for my boy to sit until we buy a table. Until we buy a table. Actually, I'm manifesting for that table. That is our sitting room. I'm manifesting for that table. I'm manifesting for that table very soon, because this is the space for that table where the table we normally put the table. Yeah, maybe you can tell me how this is. And then from there, from the sitting room, this door is for the bathroom. I can take you to the bathroom. Don't worry about our bathrooms. Yes, so that is the bathroom from this side. Yeah, you can see the tiles actually are not the same. You can see the tiles for the room, they're brown, and then for the bathroom they are blue white. And then this is the space for the bathroom. Actually, these bathrooms are not big. You can see from here, to that space where the bucket is. 2 people cannot stand inside and take a shower. See the way it is. Don't mind about it. These are long time houses and are still functioning. We don't even have the shower. And from here to that is the window for the bathroom. This is the tissue holder. And then down here we have the extra extra tissue just in case of anything. In case you run out of the money, at least you just have to have a tissue in the house. Yay! That is the view of our bathroom. Actually, you can see that. That is the view. Actually, for me, I value a lot the tissue in the house. I just have to have a tissue in the house. Though we don't have the rest of the things, but at least you have to have a tissue. A tissue in the house. Then, let me take you then after this. I'll take you to this corridor. You can see there's a corridor here. A corridor here. We go from this corridor to the shoe rag. You can see that. Yes, that is the corridor to the shoe rag and the balcony. Actually, I have the boots here. Put it here for Baba Dylan. In case whenever it is raining, I normally bring these boots inside. But he has two pairs. There are some outside and there are this inside. And from this side, you can see the shoe rag. That is our shoe rag. Yeah. Let me give you from afar. That is our shoe rag. Yes, that is a shoe rag. And then what you can see here is the door. That is the door. Don't mind about that book, that window, that that glass got broken. So that is the door to the balcony and the curtain. And the curtains. Oh, don't worry about the curtains. Then from this side, what you can see is actually our closet. Is our closet. And from this side is my tripod stand. This is my tripod stand, but these days is not working. This is our closet. Yeah. And the case on it actually is multi-purpose. It has a space on it, so I had to put the case on it, the suitcase, and then these things, usable things in the house. Okay. And then from, you see, I'm not actually showing you. There is a corridor from this seat when we are going to the bed. Then we have another mat here. When you're going to sleep to the bed, you just, if you have any dust on your legs, on your foot, you just rub it there and remove. This one here is actually our wardrobe, our closet. We have clothes in it. You can see, I don't want to show you that. We have the clothes in it. Actually, I decided to put this like that because it's actually open. It's open. It's not, yeah. Maybe one day we will have the perfect one, like the nice one. God willing, I'm manifesting for that. Happier. I decided to put the things on top. And then also we have down here a case. This case, yeah. And then another thing is clothes, the jackets down here, things that we don't use, and the curtains. Then we have another window here. You can see this is a window. Let me open it for you. It's a window. Yeah, the balcony window. Yeah. Then from here you see the curtains. I'll show you from the other side, then you will see the curtains. Boom, to our bed. To our bed. That is our bed actually. Maybe I can remove the curtain, then you can see, well, that is our bed. Yeah, that is our bed. Actually, I leave the net. I leave it when the net I fix the net on my bed. I don't like to leave it like that because we have a lot of mosquitoes here. From this side, that is a view of our sitting room. Yeah, the other seat and this one. Yeah, and that space where my son is sleeping is a space where we normally put the table. Yes, but now I'm manifesting for that table in Jesus' name. We'll buy it very soon in Jesus' name. So from here, let's go. I want to show you the bedroom very well. This is the view of our bedroom. We have another mattress down here. Down here we have a mattress. And then that is our bed. Don't mind, it is small, but manifesting for the big one very soon. Yeah, that bed has actually served us for years, and still up to now it's still okay. And we have another extra mattress down here. When we have a visitor, that's where the visitor sleeps. You know, we are in Bedsitter Chronicles. Yeah, up here we have the jackets of Baba Dylan and the bags for Mama Dylan. Those are my bags. Yeah, let me show you very well. You know, if you are a mom, sometimes you have to forget um baby girl things, those small bags that we used to buy long time ago. You just have to reduce them. You have now to buy bags for mamas. And then here we have the jackets for my hubby. Up here we have the curb, the bulb. That one is actually the backup bulb. If you know what I'm talking about, you know it. Because here in Kiambu, I'm telling you, here in 45, sometimes the electricity can go for like a week, for like 2 weeks. So you have to have something for the backup in case of any stima ikipotea. So like I was showing you our wardrobe, our closet, that is how you can view it. And then the other case down there. Ooh, guys, don't worry, don't laugh. With these curtains, you can see them very well. Yeah, I bought them in githurai, you know, just like that. Then after our bedroom, you come to the kitchen, the stomach place. Yes, that tank there, I can tell you it is history. That tank there is for the water backup. When the water is not in the plot, you have to keep your water there. Before, when we have the water, we normally keep the water there in case the water in case we don't have the water, or in case the caretaker is not around, or in case of any problem in the plot with the water. You have to have your backup here. Yes, but now we don't have the water inside there. We have little, it's not that full. And then yeah, we have our stand for our utensils, for the cups. Yes, cups for drinking water, cups for tea, plates down there, and then extra plates just. And then down here we have the table. You can see the table up here. Yeah, we're just from eating lunch. This is what my baby left. He asked me for chipo, and then I made for him some chipo. Yeah, and avocado. This is a tea for him, and this is another food for him. You know, if you have a baby, when you cook lunch, you don't finish that food once. You have to keep more, a little. Maybe later you will feel hungry. From that table down here, I put my saucepans. Here is where I put my saucepans. Yeah, maybe one day when we move to the one bedroom, we'll have all this in the kitchen. And then here I have these stands here. They are for putting the fruits, the milk, the onions. Actually, that ndizi, that bananas is actually spoiled. I noticed it yesterday. I think I forgot to eat it, so it's spoiled already, and I'm going to throw it away. We have the fruits. I normally buy most especially the fruit because of the kid. Yes, so that is down there. And then up here we have our two burner gas. You can see our two burner gas, and the gas is there for M gas. That is what we are using for now. And then from that side here we have our dispenser. Ooh. Our dispenser. Daddy, get up. We have our dispenser here. That is our dispenser. I decided to put it down there because these houses actually are not rearrangeable. They are not arrangeable because the house is just anyhow, and you don't know where to put the thing, where to put the what. So I decided to put this here, and the water is things there. And then down here we have our clothes, our basket where we normally put the dirt clothes, and then down the sink here we have jerry cans for backup, for water backup, for cooking, things like that, because sometimes this one, if the water stays here for long, it will bring some funny smell and you cannot use it to cook the food, but you can use it for washing, etc. And use it for washing, for the toilet, for bathing. And then up here on our sink you can see that is my soap dish for washing the utensils, and then this one is for washing the utensils also, because my sink there is blocked and I have reported the case. Up to now there's no response. And then here we have our thermos. I'm not even using it now. And then we have our jug for fetching water from that tank. Yes, that is a view of our kitchen from there, from the sink up to there, and from there up to there. Okay, so let me take you up there. Yeah, up there there's a lot of things. I have my storybooks. Yeah, don't worry, I have some Homer. I have storybooks there. You can see the storybooks. And then this thing on blue is the stand for that is part of that blender. I decided to put it there because one day it was about to fall down. I don't know why. And then here we have a chemist place. If you are a mom, you have to know what I'm talking about. A chemist in the house where we put the medicines for the baby. Just only that space. I created that small space only like that for putting the medicines of the baby. And then here we have our padlock, and then also I have here the extra key for the gate. And then here I decided to put from this side the chargers, sugar, things like that. And then the saucepans that I'm not using. This one, since I bought it, I've not used them. Maybe one day when it will be used, when we become many in our family, we'll use it. We'll use them because there are many. You can see there are many. And then up here we have the cooking oils. This is the cooking oil that I'm using for cooking. This one is for chipo, but I have not used for chipo for long now. Apart from now, I just use it now. Then here we have the spaghetti. By the way, this is the spaghetti, the remaining one of last time. One day I will cook it for my baby. And then here we have the actually this one is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. I don't know why. And then up here we have the kitchen things: salt, Reiko cube, where we put the Reiko cube, magadi, toothpicks, mash box, soy sauce, tomato sauce, things like that. It is, so you can see like that. I decided to arrange it like that. Then down here I want you guys to tell me how you arrange your kitchen. Yeah, am I exaggerating or am I localizing my kitchen? Because for me, I like something on display like this, so that when I want it, I don't look for it for long. I don't go there to the vyombo to look. I just want the spoons to be here, the mingling sticks to be here, these sievers to be here. Just if I want to use it, whoop, I just get it and then use it. Maybe one day I'll buy a dozen of it, then I will have a bucket to put it or something like that. Okay, and then from up there we have the bucket. That bucket actually has the sacks in it, the gunias in it that I'm not using. And then up here we have the food: rice, maize flour, porridge flour, wet chapati flour. You can see it there. Maybe I can view it from for you. You can see there all that is a food, rice, things like that. That is a view of my kitchen. That is the view of my kitchen. You can see it like that, the view of my kitchen, and the sink. Yeah, so that is how you can view. So from the sitting room, this is what you see, like that, and just watch the TV. That is where we normally have fun. Just sit, relax, watch the TV, and then etc. To the balcony. Let me take you to the balcony. Let me show you my balcony. So when you're coming to my balcony, you can see a lot. This is where I normally wash my clothes, my jerry cans. I store water there. Yeah, and the view of my balcony there. This is actually my table that actually got broken. Yeah, it got broken. This table, this is the one we are using. If you watched some of my videos, I was actually washing the bucket, so that's where I poured that water. So from this, actually I have a long balcony from this side to that side, very long, and I already have clothes on top that are not dry since the weather was really funny. Then from my balcony, the view, that is the view you can see. That is a view. All that is a view. You can see the soap and the brush and the omo. This is where I normally wash my clothes. If you watched my live videos, you can see all that from the view. And even today, I think it's gonna rain. You can see the weather is really becoming cloudy. Yeah. So washa kuja uingie kwa nyumba. So from my balcony, when you're entering, boom, that is how you can see my house. My house. Yeah. And also the kitchen, you can see it from the balcony when you're here. And also you can just see it like that. And also the TV, you can see it like that. And also my baby's picture here. This thing is for massaging. And then we have another thing up there that is saying, read it. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Matthew chapter 5 verses 8. Whoop. So guys, that is all. That's all for today's video. I will see you on the next one. Bye. Kindly subscribe, share, like, and comment. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.